Here's a collection of actual crimes committed by really dumb criminals. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity as we present. Stupid crime stories you just won't believe. In 2006, a young, rich wine collector named Rudy Kurniawan had a large amount of valuable Burgundies that he auctioned off for $35 million. However, suspicion arose over his collection of a rare Burgundy wine that was dated 1945, 1949, and 1966. It was said to be produced by Domaine Ponsat. The wine had allegedly been authenticated by top wine experts. However, according to an article in The New Yorker, the wine in question was not even in production until 1982. As a result, the FBI raided Kurniawan's home and confiscated his wine in 2012. What they found were wine bottles, corks, brand new labels ready to be attached to bottles, and wines that had been altered to taste like the real deal. It turns out that Kurniawan had been producing the rare wines in his collection himself and fraudulently selling them for millions. He was sentenced to a 10-year prison term for his counterfeiting crimes. This story was also covered in the Netflix documentary appropriately titled, Sour Grapes. In July of 2011, two drunk men aged 22 and 21 wandered out of a party in Radnor, Philadelphia. While outside, they spotted an empty police van. They decided to climb inside and to play with the equipment. They then thought it would be nice to have a permanent record of the night. So they took pictures of themselves, pretending they had been arrested. At one point, they even took the time to smoke. There was also evidence that they had spat on the ground. Finally, they were ready to leave. But there was just one big problem. They did not realize that you cannot open a police van from the inside. Now they were trapped. Friends attempted to free them, but eventually had to call the police. The two men were arrested and charged with attempted theft of a motor vehicle, public drunkenness and criminal mischief, police said. As one officer stated, it was unfreaking believable. In 2003, a Polish author named Krystian Bala wrote a novel titled Amok. The book was a best-selling crime thriller about a man who kidnaps a young woman. He winds up torturing, mutilating and finally murdering her. The problem is, the story sounded very familiar to a cold case that had baffled police for years. In 2000, a Polish advertising executive named Dariusz Uniszewski was killed in a very similar fashion. In fact, the book's plot bore a very strong resemblance to the murder of Uniszewski. Upon further investigation, police learned that Bala knew the victim Uniszewski. He had visited him the last time he was seen alive. It was also discovered that he had sold Uniszewski's cell phone. Prosecutors believed the motive for the killing was tied to jealousy, as Bala had assumed that his estranged wife was having an affair with Uniszewski. In addition, Bala had been working on a second murder thriller novel. Police also found evidence on his computer that he was planning to kill a new victim. And his murder plans matched the plot of the second novel he was working on. Clearly there was a pattern here. Bala was arrested in 2007 and sentenced to 25 years. In March of 2011, a man managed to sneak into an open storage unit. He left the door cracked open so he would be able to get out later. His plan was to hide inside and exit with stolen goods when the time was right. Everything seemed to work as planned until a diligent security guard made his rounds and spotted the open door. Thinking someone had accidentally left the door unlocked, he pulled it closed. The startled thief panicked and the guard heard him trying to get out. He called the police and the not-so-smart thief was arrested. Upon finding him inside, the police joked about how it was kind of like an early Christmas present. You just didn't expect it. Make sure you check out our other video series titled, The Real Story Behind the Song. This is a growing collection of behind-the-scenes stories on some of the biggest-selling songs from the past and present. We also explain the concept behind some of the most popular music videos ever made. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and share the link with your friends. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for updates.